Let's see now. Let's do central sulcus first. Pointing at the central sulcus in that figure, here it is. Here is the right central sulcus. This groove here. My way backwards. This is the right central sulcus. Flip it around. This would be the left central sulcus. So each hemisphere has its own central sulcus. The sulcus is a shallow groove between gyri, between bulges of the cerebrum. So, back to the right central sulcus, which separates this gyrus from this gyrus. So the gyrus I'm stroking at the moment is the right post-central gyrus. Why post? Because it's posterior to the central sulcus. This is the right pre-central gyrus. It is prior to, it's in front of the central sulcus. So right post-central gyrus, right pre-central gyrus. Now, what's important about that is this gyrus, the precentral, is part of the frontal lobe. This gyrus, post-central, is part of the parietal lobe. So this central sulcus is actually dividing lobes, not just gyri, it's actually dividing the frontal lobe from the parietal lobe. The cortex is surface gray matter. Cortex here, frontal lobe cortex, very different from parietal lobe cortex in function. What else? The frontal lobe, parietal lobe, central gyrus, central sulcus, occipital lobe. Occipital lobe, let's do temporal lobe. All of this is right temporal lobe. So what separates this right temporal lobe from the frontal and parietal lobe above it? This groove in here is actually called the lateral cerebral. This is the right lateral cerebral sulcus in there. So this would be the left lateral cerebral sulcus, separating the left temporal lobe from the left frontal and parietal lobe. Here. Anything else on this? Occipital lobes. So here we would have the right occipital lobe, here we'd have the left occipital lobe. The question is, where do we make the transition from parietal lobe to occipital lobe? On a surface view or lateral view, we can't tell where we make the shift from parietal lobe to occipital lobe. So to find that, we've got to pop it apart, and in here we will see this groove, this sulcus, right there. This sulcus, this is the left parieto-occipital sulcus, separating the parietal lobe from the occipital lobe. So this groove in here is separating two lobes. So this is parietal, this is occipital lobe. What else? The lobes. Well, we'll skip the insula. All right. What else we have? The transverse fissure in the cerebellum. So here we've got the cerebellum, and we've got a deep gash right in here, separating the two cerebral. These are the two cerebral hemispheres, two cerebellar hemispheres. Got a deep gash in between called the transverse fissure, separating them from each other. Let's see. And that's it for that figure. Let's see. Look down the list of bullet points. Is there anything I did not mention? Spinal transverse, central gyrus. Did them all. On to page 309. 309, we'll shift to